The Mark V Ripper gun is probably better than you thought. Unless you tried doing something very counterintuitive, you'd be unlikely to notice this gun's unique ability. And that's because this massive shotgun is actually a phenomenal sniping tool due to a unique mechanic. What sets it apart from the other marks is its very high minimum pellet count, meaning that even at extreme ranges, you are guaranteed to hit a certain number of pellets on your enemies, giving it a much higher damage floor than its counterparts, leading to more consistent killing power at range. In this comparison, we can clearly see that the Mark V is both much quicker and much more consistent at both hitting and killing this distant sniper. One thing to note is that the minimum pellet count is lower when bracing. You don't really want to brace with the Mark V, as it also makes your fire rate slower overall when taking the bracing animation into account. So, how do you use this thing? First of all, the Mark V kicks like a mule, so you better get used to pulling your mouse down. Burst cancelling is an important technique to know if you want to make the most of your Mark V Ripper gun. Although it slows down your fire rate, it lets you place shots much more accurately. It also helps conserving ammo, as you may not need to fire a full burst to kill your targets. If you want to cancel a burst, simply tap the sprint button while moving forward. If you're using toggle sprint like I am, you're going to have to double tap the sprint key. The high minimum pellet count of the Mark V Ripper gun, coupled with its very high fire rate, make it excellent at killing troopers, reapers, other ranged elites, and specials, even at extreme ranges. And don't think this gun should exclusively be used like a sniper rifle, because its DPS against both Maniac and Unyielding is also excellent, making it a formidable close quarters weapon against mutants and bulwarks. For build recommendations, stability is probably your dump stat. The Mark V I've been using is about as stable as I am, and it doesn't seem to do much. The biggest difference seems to be how quickly your spread resets and the initial kick when bracing. But this kick is very controllable, and since you don't brace much anyway, it doesn't really matter much. As for the spread reset, I haven't found it to be even remotely detrimental, thanks to its very high minimum pellet count. For perks, Flak and Unarmored will help you remove ranged units, as well as bombers and snipers. You could swap out Unarmored for Maniac to improve consistency in killing trappers and flamers, and improve your DPS against mutants. For blessings, Can Opener is always nice to have, and the recently buffed Blaze Away is now a very strong pick. Your low crit rate makes Flechette unlikely to be very useful, or you would need to pair it with Cavalcade, and even then I'm not sure it's worth it. I hope this showcase has convinced you to give this fantastic gun a try. I haven't put it down ever since I discovered it, and it's the most fun I've had playing Ogryn so far. Big thanks and a huge shout out to Commissar Tier from JSTAT's Discord for initially showing this gun's unique property to me. If you'd like to see a live demonstration of what the Mark V Ripper gun can do, feel free to subscribe and follow me on Twitch, where I've been having tons of fun streaming Ripper gun gameplay.